floppy wieners, floppy
Floppy
wieners,
wieners, floppy wieners.
floppy wieners. Hello, folks. This is another exciting episode of
Wieners.
Cosplay
Wiener,
with Benefits.
wieners,
Today,
wiener,
I
wieners,
will.
wieners,
This is Nappy Chan. I totally messed that up. I have no idea what I'm saying. But anyway, we have BB with us today, all the way from Canada. We have Ben Valentine in Minnesota. We have Richard Rojas in Missouri. I don't recognize Missouri as a state.
Kansas. At least Kansas
sorry,
is a better
Kansas.
state than Missouri.
It's practically the same thing to me. I'm sorry. And then you have me, and Omar, also known as Nappy Chan. Nobody calls me Nappy Chan, except on Tumblr, in Des Moines, Iowa. And today we will be talking about, what are we talking about today? It's been a while since I've been on, folks, so,
and you found a new pen.
Oh, no, this is my... you hear that? This is my 3DS pen, actually. It's one of the telescopic ones, so I've been, like, jerking it up and down, and I'll put it to the side so you don't hear that clicking noise throughout the whole...
Wait, what? Like, how are we supposed to know that? I didn't even hear it.
You didn't hear it? I can hear it every time.
I don't know, my computer's whirring away.
No.
I can hear a little
there
bit.
you go, yeah.
It's
there you
very, very
Subtle.
minor, though.
Yeah. But,
Oh yeah, guys, you should check out my Suglide drawing.
So what are we talking about today,
Well,
folks?
I would have loved to talk about the new Doctor Who episode.
Okay, I haven't seen any of this. I'm behind on, like, life.
And I finished all of Korra last night, so...
Yes.
I've got half that done. I watched Doctor Who Sunday night, and I think I'm a couple episodes behind on Korra.
Okay.
So you're like at episode 10 or whatever it is?
I think I am
like
too.
that.
The one where Tenzin is like beating ass. That's where I'm on right now.
Oh, I'm on the one where Tenzin is getting his ass like tortured, or they ended with that.
Yeah, well, I guess we're on the same part. Well, he was beating ass at one point. I mean, come on, he's taking on like 3 of the Red
4-on-1, and you know,
right.
It's like not everyone's the Avatar. Oh.
Right. But
I don't think the one thing that like is what makes me so excited about this season, like you guys got to yet. And it makes me sad.
Well, the thing about this season that I was really hard on. Did someone drop off?
No, it was
okay.
Don't worry
I was really hard on this season of Korra when it first started off, because honestly, it did start off like shit, and I didn't really think that Nickelodeon helped that by like introducing 3 episodes at a time. But as it got to the part where they went to, what's that city with the metal benders? You know, the one with Bei Fong's sister. Zaofu.
I don't know. I haven't watched any of it.
When they went to Zaofu, that's when the story really started to change, and I started seeing some of that intrigue that we saw in the previous seasons, and even in like, you know, the previous series, you know, with like Last Airbender. It was very intense, and I really liked it a lot. It honestly, like, it started off awesome, and I mean, it started off terrible, and I think it's, you know, becoming awesome. I think the reason why they took it off of Nickelodeon, go away phone, is quite frankly, it got too dark for Nickelodeon. Like, there's like 2, 3 deaths in this. Okay, there's no way.
Extremely dark for Nickelodeon.
There's no way they can, especially like when they kill the Earth Queen, and he's like, yeah, there's only left but darkness or whatever. I'm like,
yeah, they literally like choked her to death.
Just
took out
suffocated
all the air
her
from her body, and she suffocated.
That's almost worse than bloodbending. Like, they just took the air out of her lungs.
Yeah,
okay, I saw that on Tumblr, and I was like, "This is from the show."
It's so
whoa.
Yeah. And then I saw a spoiler with Sparky Boom Girl, where
I just saw that too.
Wraps some metal around her head. And I haven't seen this episode, but Tumblr, of course, spoils the dicks out of everything for me. Where she does her little Sparky Boom thing, and her brain, like, her fucking head gets blown up inside of this metal thing. It's like, whoa. This is Nickelodeon can't handle this shit. They should put this shit on Adult Swim, okay? That's where it belongs. Or, you know, Toonami or whatever. Nickelodeon is too high level for them. They can't handle this shit.
And I feel like that's part of the reason, like, yeah, they pulled it off, but it's like, also, they're like, I think one of the other reasons why Nickelodeon was like, hey, we are moving this all to digital format is like, somebody in Mexico really fucked up.
Oh,
because they released, episodes 3 through 6 out like a week before the episode started airing, and there was no previews, no get hyped for a month for the new episodes and stuff like that. It was just like, oh, here's Core season episode or new season episodes 1, 2, and 3. It's like it was cool when it was like, oh yeah, 3 episodes, that's awesome, and then you realize, then we're taking a week off. It's like, what? Don't take a week off. How about you just give us 2 episodes and then put the third episode on the next week.
Exactly. I didn't mind back-to-back episodes, but it was like 3 episodes. I was like, okay, guys, kind of overkill. You're kind of ruining it. I like the suspense of waiting till the next week for the episode. I don't like it all given to me at once because it gives me time to think about the episode, compare and contrast it. I mean, you just can't keep laying dicks on me like that. You know, it's just...
I mean, that's pretty much what happened with the old DBZ series. Mm-hmm. Like, if you remember when that aired on TV, they would air like one episode every day for like 2 weeks and then run reruns for the next 4 months.
Right.
That was infuriating.
It was. I remember when they did that. It really pissed me off with the Boo Saga. And they started airing like back-to-back episodes of brand new stuff. I believe I think they were doing back-to-back stuff back in the day, and I was just kind of like, don't do that. Like, you're just ruining it. Do not do it.
They run out and then they rerun the entire series.
Right. I know everyone says, oh, but if they gave us the next episode, it'd be so great. It's like, you say that now.
Right.
And then it's over, and then you're like, oh, withdrawal for a year.
Right.
Yeah, right.
When is Korra coming back next year? I think it is.
If it is coming...
Hopefully it does.
It's signed on for 2 more seasons.
Okay.
But the thing is, how they're going to do it and, you know, what they're going to do it as, like, no one knows.
Right. Well, I mean, the whole thing of putting stuff on Hulu is honestly not a bad idea because they've done it with Sailor Moon, the new one, and it's the most watched series on Hulu at the moment. So, I mean, Hulu and Netflix is definitely the future. More people are buying Hulu and Netflix than they are purchasing cable, which is why cable companies have been charging out the ass for internet nowadays because they're losing money because nobody's buying cable.
And then they want to put restrictions on...
Exactly, like data. It's like, dude, who the fuck puts data on the internet? But anyway, Hulu... Sailor Moon, absolutely fantastic. I love the animation for it. People have been giving it a lot of flack. I've watched all the episodes of it. It's fucking awesome. If you don't like it, shut up.
Sailor Junior's episode come out already? Because I've been waiting for that.
No, I think it's coming out this weekend. They skipped last weekend, I believe.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I will actually add my 2 cents into this because finally I get to talk about this show with someone who's actually watching it right now. I actually really do like it. The biggest concerns about it is, the animation's kind of, as someone who likes animation and understands certain things, I can understand why the animation actually is kind of lacking, sort of, not really.
In my opinion, dude, I mean, I know you're looking at this from like an animation perspective, but I don't know shit about animation, and like, it just looks fucking fantastic. I mean, compared to the other one where Sailor Moon gets across the room in like 5 cell screens, cell shots, okay? This one is like amazing. The only thing that honestly bothers me about it is the CGI transformation. I think it cheapens it, but overall I really like it. It's like a real anime. The other one is like, you know, now that I mean, the old one is classic. It will always be classic. It's a good cartoon, but it's just so bad. And when I watch this one, it's like actually sitting down and watching, I don't know, Attack on Titan. It's like a drama. Yeah, or Madoka Magica. It's an actual drama, and I really like the fact that they took their personalities from the manga and actually put it in the show. Like Tuxedo Mask is, I love that man in the show. He's a little creep. Well, in the old one he's really useless, but at least in this one he's actually not a misogynistic douche, I should say.
At least he's like giving good advice and not being a dick bag.
The only thing that was like last episode where she's at the ball with the queen and he's like trying to make out with her. It's like, dude, you're in college. Asleep. Yeah, when she's asleep, and I was like, Tuxedo Mask.
No, he's not in college in this one. He's actually a high school student.
Well, still though, principal.
I mean, he's still older than her, right? Like, I think it's like 3 or 4 years.
Right.
It's still crazy.
I mean, it's not creepy to kiss people when
actually,
they're
sleeping.
It's
like 3.
I mean, because I do it to Richard and Ben all the time, you know, when they're sleeping. But it's because I know
I thought you were going to go completely somewhere else with that, but okay.
Just because my eyes are closed does not mean I'm sleeping.
I feel so lied to.
Oh my god.
No, but it's just kind of creepy. It's like, oh, I'm going to make out with kiss this girl who I don't know, you know, just walk up and kiss her. I mean, I know they're going for the whole creepy Japan romance thing, and I don't mean to get all social justice warrior on it, but I don't know, I was just watching that, and I was like, dude, that's kind of creepy. Like, no offense.
Like, how do you not find this creepy? Yeah. Like, I was gonna say another thing is, like, with the animation, is, like, if anyone complains at all, you have to think about the majority of the episodes, the animation team, which should be around 50 plus people, the most that they ever really get to hire is around 20 to 30.
Right.
And the Ray episode, which actually had the worst animation, is because everyone quit or got fired, so they had no animators. And
so we're going back to old
they can
school
only
Sailor
scrounge
Moon.
up 10. So there were 10 animators working
That's
on it.
not bad for 10 animators. I mean,
I know,
shit.
that's what I'm saying. And they had also
I could barely draw an eye.
they had a 3D segment, which means most of the budget went to that. That's why that episode, if anyone complains, it makes sense why it didn't go as well as the rest of the episodes. Nonetheless, I still think it looked great.
I'm kind of stupid. I didn't really even notice it. I was just like, oh wow, look at that. It's pretty awesome.
I just noticed that Ray's face was melting. It was really weird. It was like,
well,
why is her eyes on
right?
her cheeks?
Her eyes on her cheeks.
Yeah, but I think my big issue with the new series is that given all this time, they've kept the characters like so similar to their past ones. Like, I'm just watching that first episode. I'm thinking, how Sailor Moon Usagi-chan, how are you this like functionally retarded? Like, she goes around, she meets the dude who's in a tuxedo. Like the only
Literally
one
everyone
in
else
Japan
gets it.
in the middle of the day. And then later that same night, she sees another guy in a tuxedo. Is like, oh, who's that?
Who are you? It's funny because even her cat gets it. Like, Luna's just like, you don't know who that is? And she's like, who? You're just like,
they're still not as bad as the old anime. I mean, like, literally, someone would, like, put on a Batman or Robin mask, and it'd be like, oh my god, I have no idea who you are. I mean, at least with this one, he's kind of like, your cat's talking, which they didn't really do very much, in the old one. So at least they kind of recognize each other. So, and I still think it kind of adds a little bit of charm to it, by it not being so, nonsensical. I do like the fact that it is more, I could say, I don't want to use the word gore. I'm trying to pick a word for it, but there's more like,
dark.
Huh?
It's definitely darker.
It's darker, exactly. Like, in the old Sailor Moon, they would kill them and then they would just, like, pop into dust. But they, like, actually, like, I mean, it's more graphic, and I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Well, it's like, if you read the manga, it's fucking gross. Like, the manga is actually surprisingly graphic. It's so good.
Exactly.
But, like, I don't know. Like, I really like how the series is going. I'm so excited for Jupiter because she's my fave. She's so good.
Well, actually,
Jupiter not shown up yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet, no.
She's due in the next episode.
It's been out for 2 months, right? Like, everything's around episode 8?
Yeah, 1 episode a week.
1 episode, like, maybe a week.
Yeah,
like
1
5 Sailor
episode.
Scouts, though.
Basically.
Well, there's, but they have,
just
like,
going
some...
really
they
slow
have,
or something?
No, because, like, they don't release a Sailor per episode. Even in the original series, they didn't. It was, like... It took, like, up until, like, around 12 episodes before they even got to, like...
The original one is ridiculous. Like, if we were on the original series right now, we would just now be getting to Mercury.
Yeah, seriously. Actually, I was watching the original before this series came out because I was like, oh, I'm going to get super hyped for this. And they actually had some episodes, the old episodes, on Hulu, the original Japanese one, which was really good because there was a few I've never even seen before. Because they, first of all, never got translated, and on the previous website I was watching them on, they weren't on there.
Right.
And there's this one episode where, like, I can totally understand why it never got translated. Because, like, the nerd kid, I can't remember his name right now.
What's his name? I know who you're talking about. The kid with the swirly glasses.
Anyways, he he ends up, like, getting his fortune told or something. Like, he gets a card or something, and it makes him have, like, a bad attitude. And
I know which one you're talking about.
He literally flips his teacher's
He's like a little
skirt.
badass. Yeah.
and she's like, I can never get married, and it's like I had to go ask my sister, like, what the hell is that all about? And she said, like, it's not something that they believe anymore,
right?
But in Japan, like, they thought, like, if a girl got, like, sexually assaulted or harassed, like, she's tainted, so she can't get married because she's not worth.
A lot of cultures
anymore.
Actually do that, believe it or not. But yeah.
Yeah, it's just like that became less of a thing by, like, the 80s, 90s. But in the 70s, it was still.
I've seen a lot of taint.
Wow. Like, that just comes out of nowhere. But
he's been quiet the entire time.
Speaking of other anime, Ben, and I don't know if you've seen it, Richard. I don't think you've seen it, VVQ. How about that Sword Art Online 2?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was waiting until the Sailor Moon talk was done.
Yeah,
Sword Art
exactly.
Online 2, that's my shit.
Dude,
oh my god, it's
I
so
judged it
freaking
hardcore.
good.
when I first saw it, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Kirito's a girl? What are they trying to do? They're just trying to make more. Oh my god, he has a lightsaber. This is amazing.
See, the thing is, the first episode is a decent first episode, just saying, hey, this is what's happening, we're establishing the timeline.
Right.
Episodes 2 and 3 sucked ass.
They did.
But not because it was focused around the girl. It was because it was focused only about her and her past and her future and all that. It's like, I don't give two shits.
Right.
You build that up. You don't just give us all her backstory in 2 episodes.
Right. I mean, come on, this
suppose
is anime.
so.
We need flashbacks, man.
I do really like her backstory. I think it's like one of the most real kind of jarring backstories
and it's
I've
actually
seen
kind
in a
of
while.
more unique than most, because that's you don't normally see something like that.
No, you don't. You don't. It's very unique, I would say, definitely for a girl character as well to have. But in the show, it's just I thought it was Are you guys still there? Okay,
Yeah.
I thought I heard something drop off. The thing that really got me about the show was just, I don't know, it just really surprised me, and I just got a little bit into it more than what I thought it was, because I really, honestly, I was looking for disappointment, because I was really disappointed with the second season of Sword Art Online when it went to like Elfheim or whatever that place was called.
Most people were.
It was okay, but I really didn't like it, and it was just Kirito with like a big sword and pointy ears. It didn't have that rawness like the first one did.
I mean, the one thing that I did like about that was when he's like, you know what? All my stuff from Sword Art just completely transferred over. All my stats and everything. So I'm OP as fuck in this world.
Right.
Nobody is as strong as me at this point.
Right.
I think I'm going to just destroy everybody. And like that one scene where he goes into the giant behemoth.
Yeah.
That was badass as shit.
Yeah, that was pretty badass. But yeah, I didn't like it as much. The first one had a real dot hack feel to it, and it pissed me off when people kept comparing it to dot hack or whatnot, because I mean, I don't know, I didn't really like. I mean, it was different than dot hack, because dot hack was, in my opinion, it was more metaphysical. This one was more dark in its own sense. Whereas Elfenheim just completely left that behind. And so, they came out with Sword Art Online 2, and I was like, what's this crap? I saw the first 2 episodes, I was like, vomit, and then it got deeper into more episodes. Lightsaber comes out, I'm like, okay, I can deal with this shit. This is awesome. So
And Death Gun.
Death
Gun.
Oh,
such a badass.
Ben, I think we should both cosplay him for NebraskaCon and just mess with people and just show up in random spots.
Right. Unfortunately, I will not be able to go to NebraskaCon because my boss told me no. So
really?
Yes. We have to put in bids on our job. We have to bid on them. And if a person has seniority over me, I cannot outbid them. They can outbid me.
Is it because it's Halloween weekend?
I don't know. Like, they're all old as shit, or like people who don't really look like they'd have cool things going on in their life or whatever. And yeah, I could not get it off. And she's like, we can see what we're looking like.
I can help you get it off.
We'll say how.
I can help you get it off.
What do you mean?
You know.
He's talking about your pen cap.
I see that. No, but I asked her, and she's like, well, by like October, she's like, we'll see. And I'm like, well, I can't deal with October. Like, I need to register and get a room. And then I was supposed to be selling for my friend, and I had to let her down. SherbetJungle.com. Check them out. They sell cool stuff.
God damn it, Amar. Stop bumping everybody. Jesus Christ.
Plug.
But no, unfortunately, I can't. So it looks like the next con I'm probably headed to will more or less be Detour. And that'll give me enough time to work on...
I won't be at Detour.
What? Why are you never at Detour anymore?
Because it's exactly during our outage time. I can make PAX South.
Yeah, that's right.
And then, our outage exactly falls down on the time of Detour.
Right.
But next year's outage won't. It's going to be in the fall. So I'm really hoping it doesn't fall over NebraskaCon.
Okay. Guys, being adults sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Why do we have to have jobs that suck?
Right.
You're telling me.
Money.
You're telling me.
But sometimes if I can work ahead of time, I can pay it forward and miss a couple days and it'll be okay.
Okay. I mean, do what you can. Yeah, I'm probably going to be going. It's cool because I don't have school, so I will be able to actually take all of my focus and build Marth. This is the first time I'm building armor.
Nice.
So this is gonna be great, and I'm gonna fucking I don't want it to be the half-ass, oh, this is my first time armor. No offense to anybody out there who's first timing, of course, but I've been cosplaying for years, and I like my shit to look good. So
No
I will be putting my heart and soul into this Marth cosplay, and I probably might have a couple of other people who will also be cosplaying with me as well.
Are you guys doing a Smash Brothers group or a Fire Emblem group?
We're doing a Fire Emblem group. So
you know, I might have to join in on that.
You
should totally me some Fire Emblem.
You should totally get in.
Never played it.
No.
What?
I can't
There's
deal
so
with a
many.
game. I can't deal with a
I know.
game where if your like teammates die, they die forever.
It's
I don't want
called
to deal with
it's
that
called
feels.
called Force Shutdown before,
It's
or
called
pop
Live
the
BB
cartridge
Coup,
before it
damn.
saves.
Dude,
Luckily,
I
the
can't
new one
even
has a
handle sad
casual mode.
animes.
Like, the new one, Awakening, it has a casual mode. If you want to, you can turn that off. Yeah. I'm playing on that mode right now, because I am really sick of that shit, too.
Well, that's good. I don't know.
Get so emotionally attached to the characters.
Oh, yeah. I'm making them have babies all over the place.
Oh, yeah, they can actually get hooked up, can't they?
Oh, yeah. You can
everywhere.
Are you going to name one
Shit.
Danny?
Sorry.
Anyway, I want to talk about some Death Gun before we get derailed too
Okay.
much.
Anyway.
Back to Death Gun.
Like, in the latest episode, I'm not going to spoil too much, but... Like,
I haven't seen the latest one yet, so thanks.
I'm not going to spoil too much, but
Wait. Amar, how far are you? Are you just one episode behind?
I think I'm one episode behind.
So you know who Death Gun kinda is? Like, you know where he's from?
I watched it up to the episode, and this is when they were just coming out. The last episode I saw was the one where him and her like they have that little spat or whatever, and they're like, you know, when he fights what's her name in the main part, she's like they have that match with each other. That's the last episode that I saw.
Okay.
Okay. But, like, just...
So how far behind am I? Am I 2?
I think you might be 2.
You're 2.
Okay, 2. All right, that's not bad. I'll catch up this weekend.
Like, there's a scene where he's in battle, and after the battle, he's giving the last rites to somebody before he's, like, gonna execute them. And that's, like, that was really chilling for me, because I was like, you know, in an MMO, you teabag somebody, you like, shoot them in
Jump
the
up
head.
and down on them.
Like, I've never seen someone just, like, solemnly give someone their last rites before.
And that's when you scream, nerd! And then you just sign out.
And then the cliffhanger had my heart skipping beats. Like, it was...
Yeah, that was
you gotta
that was a
catch
good cliffhanger. I'm excited. I like exactly like when they started the series, I kind of figured out like where he was from just because on how it's kind of set up, but it's like once they do the real reveal, you're like, fuck.
Yep. Like, I really wanted to cosplay somebody from his organization in Sword Art Online 1, but their costumes were like
So shitty.
just cloaks.
They're just random clothes with a brown cloak on.
Yeah, but now this guy with all of his gear and all of his stuff and that mask. Oh, I actually found a replica gun at Walmart. It's one of the toy ones. It's like orange and green, but it clicks back and it fires and it makes like actual gunshots. And it was $10. Comes with a holster. It's like almost the exact same model he has in the show. So I lucked out hard. I'm gonna modify that into a Death gun.
Holy shit! Awesome. I like how you like find this and you're like, oh, look at this. Just Transformer, the art of cosplay. Besides Sword Art, I think the other one that came out this year. Have you guys seen the new Kuro Setsuji? Have any of you checked that out yet?
Nope.
What? It's actually really good. This is
I know the circus arc is great, but I just I'm following 2 animes right now, and that's it. And that's Sword Art Online and Fairy Tail, because Fairy Tail right now is redone.
I was actually kind of binging on anime, which is why I've been watching something. What the hell? Death Gun!
Death Gun!
While I was working on my final, I would just kind of put on Netflix, and I would just have it. I would write and like watch it. This is weird. Like I can read subs, write, and understand the plot all at the same time. I can multitask.
Yeah, I can't do that. That's why I listen to everything dubbed.
I can multitask like a motherfucker. But no, I was wiping out Kuro Setsuji, Sword Art Online, and of course Dramatical Murder, because I like me some yaois. Unfortunately, the yaoi
has he not been banged yet?
I haven't got to that part yet. There's just tension. It's not like the game, and I want to get I've never played the game. I'm familiar with it, but I really want to play the game because there's actual like sex in it, and I really want to play. I've never played. Yeah, I believe there is.
Yes, there is. I'll tell you that because Lee sent me screenshots.
Yay.
She needs to get her goddamn internet back. That's why she's been gone so long. Like if you've talked to her recently, basically, I think they had MediaCom. Just
oh my god,
MediaCom
that
was
just
like,
tells me everything I need to know right there.
MediaCom's just like, hey. We are trying to fix your internet, but we don't know what's wrong, but you still have to keep paying us for the fact that you have access to internet. It's like, no, I'm only going to pay if I have access to it.
They are
assholes. So her parents just completely cut it off. And, so that's what happened with that. So her only internet access is the coffee shop, and she doesn't, that closes at 8:30, so we usually can't record with her because we go past 8:30.
Right. I'm actually going to sign off at about 3:30, so I'm going to give you guys about an hour of play on this.
3:30?
I mean, sorry, 9:30. Yeah, I'm 3:30. Woo! Marathon podcast.
It's going to be a really long podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
But, shit, I forgot what I wanted to say. And you guys did Guardians of the Galaxy without me, you ass lords.
Well, like nothing, because Miss Laura hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, crap,
Wait.
I haven't seen it yet, still.
Oh.
I love it when that thing happened with
No,
that guy.
think it's fair enough now. We've given you, like, it's number one again.
Don't worry about it. It's like...
We're not really going to spoil anything. We just want to talk about the
me.
characters. Because, like, there's not really much to spoil. I mean, it's like me telling you that... What?
By the way, I know who Star-Lord's dad is, and it's not really that...
Yeah, I also, like, Googled that right after the movie, and...
it's like, what?
It does not affect me whatsoever.
It's so stupid!
Oh, gosh. In my opinion, I think it was the best... I like it better than Avengers. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Oh, yeah, it was way better. And it's because it has to do with the tension break that movie can do. And it's so flawless, too, because, like, especially the simple scene of when he's like, or when Gamore's like, hand over the orb to the collector, and he goes to hand it, and he drops it. I was like, that was fucking hilarious.
Right. I just like how real they are, and just the dialogue in the movie is so realistic. He's like, you guys, you know why you don't have any friends? Like, 'cause you guys are a bunch of assholes. Like, it's just so real. It's like some shit that I would actually, like, say to someone.
Oh my god.
It's just, the whole thing is so well done. I mean, the jokes in the movie are good. They're on point. It's not dry. And the thing is like, it's still serious. Like, it's believable. I mean, kind of like, as believable as, like, the Avengers universe. I mean, like, it's done in that serious format. The raccoon, how they implemented it in there, like, is just amazing. I mean, I did not know they would be able to take a raccoon talking and, like, make that, like,
so well.
Make that work, exactly.
It's so much better than the Scooby-Doo live action.
Yeah, I will admit that, and I love Scooby-Doo, regardless of how shitty it can be. Except Scooby-Doo, what is it, the New Mysteries, the one where they changed the art style? That was utterly just shit.
Which one?
It's like, I want to take a giant deuce on it.
It really is.
The one that came out like a year or two ago?
No, I actually like that one. That got
no,
me
it's shitty.
And
it's just shitty.
Anyway,
I will start throwing.
Anyway, you guys, the makeup in the Guardians of the Galaxy was really impressive.
Yes.
Yeah,
I really like. I forget her name. It escapes me at the moment, but she is Uhura in Star Trek, and she's also in I'm trying to. Oh, she's also in Avatar as well.
Yeah,
I forget her name.
Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, exactly. She
Gamora?
Huh? Yeah.
Is that Gamora?
Yeah. Zoe Saldana.
We're messing up her name. Anyway, that girl. What I really like about her is the fact that they wanted to CGI the makeup on her and do that shit that they did with the Green Lantern movie, and she was like, "No, I want fucking makeup," and I was like, "Yes, thank you." I thought that was amazing.
I mean,
you guys, I completely forgot that Amy Pond was in this movie.
Yeah. I didn't even know that. It's like, that's why she shaved her head.
The makeup was so good.
It
was such a significant portion of that movie, and I didn't even recognize her at all.
I like when the movie makeup is better than the cosplayer's makeup.
Oh yeah.
This is one of the few movies where the movie actually outdoes the cosplayers, which is rare. Sorry, Hollywood, you got a lot to learn about cosplay.
What's that show that's going on? I don't usually watch TV, but I watch this sometimes with my dad. It's like they make like costumes and stuff, and it's like almost
Face
like
Off?
Face Off.
Yeah, that's a great show for the most part. At least it's cool watching them make stuff.
Yeah, I watched 4 seasons of it. It's really neat to see like how much work goes into everything. The only thing I don't like about it is that it treats long-term viewers like they're newborn babies. Like every single episode, they're explaining what a sculpt is and what a mold is. Like, Jesus Christ, we get it. We know already. Move on. But it's a small pet peeve. The rest of it's pretty good.
Yeah. It is a really good show. It's very interesting. I know it's interesting for you, Ben, because you actually major in this stuff. I'm just looking at it from like a cosplayer's perspective. I don't do much makeup, but I know a little bit about it, and I've seen a lot of my friends do it. So it is fascinating for me to see it, from a different angle. It's a good show. I really like it a lot.
And the things you can do when you have an unlimited budget is unreal.
Oh my god. You know how amazing my cosplay would look with their fucking budgets?
Their workshop is like my wet dream.
Makeup's been looking good, by the way, for your cosplay. I didn't know you were at Anime Iowa, Ben. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was drunk all over the place. How did you not see me?
I started drinking at Anime Iowa at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. 3 o'clock is when I started drinking. We were so drunk that we actually passed out like conservative Republicans at 11 o'clock. Well, actually, conservative Republicans probably fall asleep at like 9. Beyond the point, we fell asleep at 11.
They don't sleep. They pray.
We woke up early, and we got back. We were doing Yu Yu Hakusho. We got back in the cosplay, and that night we went and just pooled our money together, bought a shit ton more booze. We were so drunk. I made out with Dusty. There was so much. Everybody was all
and making out with people. Jesus Christ,
Amar. When were we gonna get drunk together?
You need to
RTX.
get your butt down here.
Let's remember this.
I
RTX
still really
is the plan.
I really do want to do the RTX, yeah. Like, really bad. Like, legit. Really bad.
You should. I don't know what I'm going to be looking like for RTX because I'm kind of looking at some jobs in other states. Me and Holly decided not to move to South Carolina. We might actually, there are 2 states that are kind of on our radar right now.
Kansas?
Minnesota.
Damn it.
Yes, Minnesota is one of them, and Washington State is the other one, but we might actually move to Minnesota. Oh, shut up, Richard. Their jobs are better for what I'm looking for. Like for my degree,
Colorado.
For my degree, there's 2 things. It's a versatile degree, so I could either do business side of things. Because it can function as a communications degree, so I could either do marketing or advertising or like communications, public affairs and shit like that. Or I can do speech therapy. I'm looking for all 3, and the jobs that pay me the most for that bracket are Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Seattle. Seattle pays buku bucks for marketing and advertising and shit. So that's what I'm looking at. So I'm not really sure where I'm going to fall in as far as that's concerned. But I do know I probably am going to detour. I might get one more job here just to get some extra cash to save up and then move to whatever state. But Minnesota is on my mind. And it's because 50% of my friends live there. Believe it or not. 50% of the people I know live in Minnesota. And I'm like, well, friends are kind of a big deal. Because if I go to Washington State, I know 2 people there. But Minnesota, I know the better half of 80 people who live there. So,
yeah, I'm also considering moving to Minneapolis somewhere down the line.
Mm-hmm. You're in bumfuck Minnesota right now, aren't you?
Yeah, Moorhead, all the way by Fargo and stuff like that. So it takes
shit.
Whatever con I go to, it takes me at least 4 hours to get to.
Not counting, you get some shit snowstorms up there.
Yeah, we get weeks off sometimes.
Man, that sounds terrible.
Going to Iowa took me 10 hours. Mm-hmm. Going to ASIN takes me 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's some shit.
Right. I think the furthest north I've ever been in Minnesota has probably been St. Cloud. Yeah, St. Cloud's the furthest north I've ever been, but I've not been up that far yet. So, if I do move to Minnesota, the only thing I'm not fucking looking forward to during the summer is the fucking mosquitoes. I swear to God, it's the state bird of Minnesota is the fucking mosquito. I've been bit. I grew up down south, and we got some bad mosquitoes down there. But it's because they have such a short season up here, they try to bite the fuck out of whatever they can before the season ends, and it's absolutely ridiculous. So
yeah, I've had on any given day 20 bites at a time.
Mm-hmm.
I have not been bitten in 2 years.
What the hell?
You have
Even the mosquitoes are polite in Canada.
do you have AIDS or something?
I was gonna make a joke like probably because I don't leave the house, but then that's a joke because I actually was like out all the time last summer, so I have no
I
idea.
never leave the house, and I got bit.
Yeah.
Also, I leave the window open. I have no reason to not be bitten. It's weird because I also have a pool, which means breeding ground for mosquitoes. So
Minnesota.
Well,
That's the other problem.
not if you have
Minnesota.
chlorine and stuff, but you know.
we kind of just use very minimal. I mean, we use some and then salt water.
Ben,
So.
can you say that again?
Say what?
Say what you just said.
Chlorine?
Chlorine?
Okay.
Chlorine.
Okay, you said chlorine. That was
Chlorine.
really-
I'm a little bit southern up here. I spent. I spent a fair portion of my time in Western North Dakota. I picked up some staff.
It
Big.
is so funny how you guys can switch in and out of accents, and I'm just like, I don't know.
We have a lot of accents in America, and like
We
at
have, like,
any given
three.
any given point, like you will be around people who just I don't know. America's like people move all over here and they pick up accents from where they are, and you just I don't know, like you pick shit up. You know, like up in Minnesota, you know, with the big and everything else, and all their swagger. Oh, don't you know? I know that's a bit of an exaggeration, Bob, but what can I say? The kids in their boat, don't you know? How long you been in Minnesota, Bill? I mean, Ben. Bill.
You're so Minnesotan that you confuse me with like the average white guy up here.
That's
I've been in Minnesota for about 21 years.
Where you live before?
I was in China for about 4.
Are you serious? So you're actually from China?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
I'm one
I
of
did not
those
know that.
immigrants you see at the Home Depot trying to get work and stuff.
Hey now,
I
those
don't-
are my people.
I don't like to.
Much.
I don't like to assume like just because Asians get that so much where they're like, oh, you're Asian, you automatically may have not grown up here. So I don't like to do that. Like especially because you have an American accent, I'm going to assume you were raised in America. Like you don't have.
Yeah, it's a
any
good
sort
assumption. You
Exactly.
you have passed this racism 101 class. But you already have like a pretty good score for being black, so like
right.
yeah.
So yeah, but
God.
no, I did not know that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But no, I've been in Iowa like too long, about 9 years, and I grew up in Georgia, and people are always like, you don't have an accent, you know, like the folks down there. It's like, well, first off, I didn't grow up in a barn. I grew up in the city, so I'm not really gonna get an accent. And nothing, I'm a linguist, I can't have language bias, but nothing against people, you know, who speak like that from down there. But not everybody down there talks like that, especially if if you grew up in the urban area like I did. Nobody talks like that. Nobody.
Talks
Or
like-
if you grew up in like Savannah, like the middle of like, you know, the city, nobody's gonna talk like that. I mean, they have some people who do, but it's an international city. I mean, they have people from New York, Dallas, London, Germany. There's people from all over that live there,
It's an
and
international city. It names everything that's American.
so like, yeah. I have southern nuances. Like, there's some words that I'll say that it sound a little fucked up, and you'll be like, "Wait, say that again?" Like, that's not how that word is supposed to sound. And that's just I have southern vocabulary, and like, you know, I use analogies like they do down south. Like, I'll be like, "Well, you're busier than a cat covering up shit." Or you know, one of those analogies that they have. But honestly, whatever I did have since I've been here has been like wiped out. So I have more or less probably an Iowa accent. I don't say "warsh" though. I refuse to say "warsh."
What's
I will
warsh?
never.
Because I would
I-
have to slap you.
I will never say that.
I got
is
my
that?
mom to stop. I was proud of
Say
that.
what?
What is
Warsh?
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 It's a
Yeah.
mispronunciation of the word wash. WASH.
Oh, I
They
thought
say
you meant like
warsh.
Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah,
no, they mean
that's what I thought,
wash,
too.
like wash your clothes or washing machine.
George Washington.
George Washington. Exactly. Or Washington.
That's how I
State.
got my mom to stop. I'm like, do you call him George Washington? And she's like, no, it's George Washington. I'm like, then don't say the washing machine.
The washing.
Oh wow, the States is like so crazy. I mean, it's okay. I was gonna say it's pretty big. Then I was like remembering Canada's size, and I'm like,
Yeah, Canada's like the
Like-
second largest country. Wait, no, third. I think it is. Like after China, or no, it's the second. I think it's like
Yeah.
Russia, Canada,
That's
China,
what
and then I
Yeah.
think America, something like that.
it's funny because like you know we don't have a lot of accents here. Like there's like subtle differences, but like I still have to say the main ones are like you know any French speaking. Like I guess like Quebec and New Brunswick sound different.
Wait, say that
sure.
again. How did you say that?
Quebec?
You mean Quebec?
Quebec.
Quebec. Quebec.
You can't say it's pronounced just like Cuba because at least that makes sense. Quebec.
I'm just making fun of you, Vivi. It's just what we call it down here, Quebec.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Quebec or
Quebec.
Quebec.
Huh, I've never actually heard that pronunciation before. That's interesting.
It's the
Before
French
we move on to like the French, this is America. We make the pronunciation.
Why do we always get on accents?
Because we always end up saying some weird shit to each other because we're all from different parts of the world, country, or whatever.
So, Amar, have you played PT?
Oh yeah, the foyer, as you
that?
said it.
It's pronounced foyer, not four.
It's foyer.
Foyer, whatever you want to say. It's
Jesus Christ.
It's foyer. I've only heard it called foyer.
What is
Foyer?
wrong with you?
You mean
it's
a foyer?
foyer.
Foyer?
Yeah.
What are we talking? What is this word that we're talking about?
Okay, it's like an entranceway. It's another name
foyer.
for it. It's called the foyer, right?
Yeah, foyer.
Yeah, she's saying foyer.
I think that's how you say
it's
it in French.
French.
Yeah.
Well,
Right?
guess what? We're not French.
It's a French word.
This is
So
America.
what? Doesn't mean they're right.
Exactly. I mean,
I
don't know
how many times I've said
Dilla
this to-
and burrito.
This is our entire political process, VBQ. This is how America runs.
It's like you guys are like, oh, bonjour. That's how I'm going to pronounce it for the rest of my life.
yeah,
it's not like
bonjour.
they're correct for calling it
It's
bonjour.
buongiorno.
Just
Bonjour.
die.
Arrivederci.
Inglorious Bastards. That's an
Exactly.
amazing movie. Before we digress any further, I did want to cover before I sign off. Donald Glover being the voice actor for the new Ultimate Spider-Man.
I just saw that post.
Yes.
Yeah,
Miles.
that's kind of awesome.
That is amazing. Like, anything Donald Glover does, I like and I want to do because I fucking love Donald Glover. He's amazing.
He's a great comedian.
He's
and
a
He's
good
so
voice
freaking
actor.
funny.
I felt
No.
really bad for him when he really had that tough time, like
Mhm.
about half a year back or so.
hmm
Because it wasn't favorable, that's for sure.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't. If they do a live action series, he has to play the character. I want him to be Ultimate Spider-Man because he's just awesome, and I'm super excited about this. I remember back, I think it was like a couple of years ago, where people thought he was going to be the new Peter Parker, and there was like Photoshop pictures of him going around, and he said in one of his comedy skits, he was like, "Hell yeah, I'll be Spider-Man," or whatever. But yeah, this is like the next best thing as far as I'm concerned, and I'm like so happy to hear about it because Donald Glover is just absolutely amazing.
He's
So.
got such
Now-
a nice voice. Like I remember watching Adventure Time, and
Oh, yeah.
he was
He's a good
Marshall
singer
Lee,
too. Mhm.
and I was like, it didn't click to me that was him until I was like watching the credits, and I was just like, excuse me, that's
Mhm.
amazing. I was so happy. Like they get so many good voice actors onto that show.
They really do. Especially Neil Patrick Harris as Prince Gumball.
Yeah,
He's amazing
I
at
mean-
everything he touches.
Actually, another sort of side tidbit, because as I was sending you guys a picture of Suglai from Steven Universe,
Mhm.
Nicki Minaj did a great job on her.
On
Dude, there's have you seen the show Steven Universe? Nicki Minaj was Suglite.
I have not checked out that show. Is it a show that's made by the same people who do Adventure Time?
It's the woman who was in charge of the music for Adventure Time. She made this show.
Mm.
So, by the way, get the soundtrack if you can find it.
Alright.
So good.
I will check it out.
It's like my work music right now.
Also, speaking of shows I need to watch that you will probably be disappointed at me for not seeing yet, Richard.
the new episodes of Ruby.
I've not seen any of that.
Even I'm watching that.
The new episodes have been actually pretty fantastic overall.
They've
really?
been amazing.
I've actually been finishing up a photo shoot with Meg. She cosplayed what's that?
Hera.
The Roman girl.
Hera.
Yeah, her. Hers was the best at Anime Iowa, in my opinion. Like,
Was there even? She was the only one at Anime Iowa from what I saw.
There was another one, and there were some other people who were there. I don't like to.
But also, Meg is a very tall person,
tall,
so
statuesque.
she totally
Roman
fits
fight. She
like
owned
actual
that cosplay.
Pyrrha's like stature. Like she fits that,
She owned that damn cosplay. So.
and she also finished it in the library. That was
Yeah,
great.
I thought that was amazing. She finishes the cosplay. That
Which, see,
fucking
the thing
dedication.
is, what made me laugh about it was that in Cosplay Central, they have, like, where you can work on stuff and fix things up. It's like, why didn't you just go there?
right.
Some people are just classier than others.
I guess.
I still need to like get ripped and skinnier
Oh,
for
I do
my
too.
Emerald cosplay.
If I want to do Neptune, I need to really lose weight.
Oh, I'm gonna get.
Oh,
like, mad
speaking
ripped.
of Neptune,
Did you see his Gunglaive?
I don't know which character you're talking about. I was going to go off on a different tangent.
Oh, okay.
I would really like to see all of the different like kings and gods of the sea fight against each other for like supremacy. So like if you get Poseidon and Neptune and Aquaman and like that dude from Marvel who's the king of
Aquaman?
Atlantis. No, the Marvel one. There's
a Marvel Aquaman.
yeah.
Marvel
Aquaman
fans
still?
get pissed. Marvel fans would get pissed at me calling him like
No.
Marvel Aquaman.
No, this is the great part. It's still Aquaman. Just he's trying to hide in the Marvel universe.
Maybe they'll like me here.
Aquaman is a badass. Like he does not get as much credit
He
as he
definitely
should.
has gotten like
Too much
people
flack.
try to fight me on like old Aquaman. Old Aquaman, sorry, but he sucked giant major whale dick. Okay, he was just bad. The new Aquaman, the guy that's willing to cut off his own hand to save his family, that's fucking badass.
He's
as
a
shit.
badass. He is a badass.
Yeah, I
So,
didn't
yeah.
read too much of the new issues of the New 52 of Aquaman, but the ones I did read, he was magnificent. And so was his wife. Just sucking the water out of people's bodies like it's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Like an
damn.
airbender pulling the air out of someone's body.
Yeah. Which, I'm surprised that waterbenders don't, or killer waterbenders don't do that already.
Well, bloodbenders.
Bloodbenders, yeah, but just suck the water out of their blood and dehydrate them to death.
Well, I think that's it's really advanced. I mean, I had a discussion with someone about lava bending because that one guy from Zahir's group is lava bender, and they're like, oh, he must have fire and earth parents. You know, so he can
it
make
work
it's
like that.
It's like I understand lineage can play a huge point
Yeah.
in like what they can do, but no, it's
No,
the
they don't-
idea
they don't
of
mix.
lava. It's friction. It's friction and pressure.
Yeah.
That's all can be contained under earth bending.
Exactly. He's just
And
like,
it's like
just like
he
metal
just has to
bending.
move them at a molecular level. It's like
Mm-hmm.
even the avatars. The avatars could lava bend, but they always used it with existing volcanoes or lava coming from the Earth's
Right.
crust. It never was they created lava. This guy was actually creating lava. That's pretty hardcore.
He's a badass. Like, yeah, he's not. Yeah, like when benders have babies, it's like what happened with Aang and Katara. They don't have a mixture baby, because that would defeat the whole purpose of the Avatar. Because everybody would just fuck everyone else, and they would make their own little avatars. They'd have a kid that had all the powers. The kid usually just either becomes a normal person or becomes the bender of another, like of one of the other parents. Kind of like Bolin and Mako. Bolin's a earthbender, Mako's a firebender. So yeah, I heard people saying that, and I was like, shut up.
It doesn't I can understand where you get the idea of lineage, but it's like, and she's like, well, Toph, Toph, her parents, she could do metal bending. That means both her parents are Earth. It's like her parents never ever bent.
Yeah.
Ever shown in the show. It wasn't even known that they could bend. Like, Toph didn't even learn earth bending like
From her parents.
naturally. She learned it from the badger molds, which they could have given her. Like, we all know that spirits and like animal beings can essentially teach someone how to do something they can't do before.
Yeah, or you're just
I don't
a
know.
big giant mountain lion turtle and you give people superpowers.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Right. The superpower turtles. That's some Ninja Turtles for you. All right. I do have to sign off on that note. I'm not going to get into how much I hate Ninja Turtles, but
Actually, I heard it was really good.
oh, well,
I'm
it's got
hearing
I
nice
like
saw
action.
it.
was-
It was
Yeah.
Well, it was a lot. If you go in zero
It's a lot
expectations, it's a lot better than you think.
yeah.
Like, you have
But-
to ignore the first 10 minutes. Like, the first 10 minutes, go take a shit, and then come back, and then it's
I can
gonna
make a
be
boom
decent.
boom in that time
See,
period.
yeah, for some reason they had, the guy from Arrested Development, whatever his name is, he was a comic relief character, but they had Michelangelo in that movie. Why do you need another human comic relief character? It's freaking, I don't know,
Right.
Michael Bay, just focus
Right.
on everything that's not the Turtles for a long time. That's appealing to people,
But
I guess.
I will sign off, folks. I will just leave the three of you, and I'm going to go finish watching Korra, and then I'm going to watch Doctor Who as well. It's been real. Nice talking with you. I shall be on in more
You're not
episodes.
recording anymore, goddammit.
Yeah. All right, catch you later, man.
All right, later.
See ya.
I don't know. The only new animes I've been watching is, oh crap, I forgot the names. The one with the guy who's like a manga artist in like high school.
Bakugan.
What?
No,
No,
Bakuman.
not the calligrapher one. That one I'm also watching, which is great.
Bakuman's amazing.
It's like
it is by far one of my favorite of all time.
I do like it very much.
It's Barakamon.
What?
Barakamon.
Yeah, Barakamon.
You're just no. It's
Okay,
Bakuman.
it's so
That's
good
all I
though.
care about.
It's so I just caught up last night though, and I'm just like, why did I do that? I had to wait until the next episode.
I'm gonna pimp out or promote a series that I recently started reading and then marathon through and fell in love with. It's called Kingdom. Have you guys heard of that one?
New.
Is it a book or is it like a?
It's a manga. It is a really fantastic story about these two boys who are like orphans. And it takes place in China, but it is a Japanese manga. They pledge to each other to become the greatest generals, because this is during like kind of Romance of the Three Kingdoms era, like way back. They plan to become the greatest generals of their day, and it's the story of like this boy and his like epic struggle through the years and ranks as he climbs further up the military ladder. And it has insane detail in battles, like full scale medieval warfare, and like a lot of really cool characters and fights, and like it's so good. It's like Berserk without the fantasy.
So Aaron Yeager.
A little. No, not Aaron Yeager. Somebody likable.
Oh, okay. Armin.
No, it's
someone likable still.
Yeah, he's like, if let's see, comparing
The guys,
him to other ones,
the brothers from Space Brothers.
He's kind of like Naruto in how he's dumb but determined, but not as annoying. And he's got like a really it's
You're
really
selling
good.
it.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it's 400 chapters long. I'm
Jesus.
trying to and it's ongoing. Like,
I'm sorry,
No,
I don't get into long series.
Hashtag nope.
I'm sorry, like I just have like a really bad attention span.
no,
My
it's
longest I think is Air Gear that I've
It's-
ever read.
it's like it's really, the action goes by really quickly. Like, you get these battles where you have entire nations sending their armies to crush one, and then like the one is trying to rebel against the armies of like a united front of all of China. It's freaking awesome. And you have one-on-one battles between generals, and it's so good.
God, I'm trying to think. What was the other fucking anime I've been watching? Let's see.
Ruby.
Well, yeah, that one.
That's considered
Sagebugu?
an anime
No, it's fuck. One sec.
now.
What's it about?
In high school.
High School DxD?
No.
That's a great anime.
Yeah, it is. It's a really good one.
Okay, while we're waiting for that, so I got bored
Sorry,
one day,
go ahead.
and I just went on to Netflix and went through the comedy section, like everything that's listed under comedy, period. And holy shit, there's a lot of stuff that's just bad content. And there was one that I was like, oh, this looks like it could be kind of a pawn off of American Pie. And because, American Pie did Beta House. Well, there is a movie called Alpha House. And holy shit, that movie was bad. The only redeeming quality is the amount of boobs that you saw.
Yay. Not for me. It's Gekkan Shoujo no Zaki-kun.
What?
Gekkan Shoujo no Zaki-kun.
All I heard was ching chong, ding dong.
That's so bad coming from you. It's Gekkan, like Gekkan, Shoujo, like girl, Nozaki-kun.
Stop saying it in an accent.
Well, I can't.
Yes,
It's gotta go Shinjin Shoujo Nozaki-kun.
Gekkan Shoujo
Back, yeah.
Nozaki-kun.
Nundea.
I'll send you guys a link.
It better not be frickin' yaoi.
No, it's not at all. It's
Okay.
actually probably like one of the funniest animes I've ever watched. But
Gekka
I'm
and Shoujo
hesitant when
Nozaki.
people send me links, and it's something I don't know.
it's so freaking funny. I didn't think I don't know, not that I didn't think I would like it, but I was just like, it's just like a bunch of gifs of it on Tumblr. I'm like, where the fuck is this from? And my sister's like, oh, I've been watching this anime. I'd forget about it, and then like we had our friend over, and he was just like, we're watching the new episode right now while you eat breakfast, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, what anime magic is this? This is the best thing ever. It's so stupid, but so funny. Because like it's basically about basically it starts off with the girl you see there, and she's trying to confess to the guy you see there, and she just says it wrong. Like she gets too nervous, so she says, I'm a fan, and then he gives her like an autograph, and she's like, why does he have this, and why does he do this? And then she ended up like reading the autograph, and it's like not actually his name, and then she's like, wait, I've seen this name before, and she ends up finding out that he writes shoujo manga for like a monthly magazine, and that she really likes. So she ends up going like, oh my god, I can't believe you're this person, that's awesome. And then he's like, oh well, like why don't you come over? And she's like, oh my god, I'm getting invited over to his place.
Time to bang.
And then he's so oblivious though, so he ends up like going like, yeah, you're helping me fill in the black spaces in my manga because I need help to get to my deadline. And the whole thing is just him recruiting people to help him get to his deadline of making mangas.
Wow.
And getting like actual like inspiration from people. Like it's really funny because like the main character of his manga is based off of like one of their friends who's a dude.
Now the important question here is, does he bang anybody?
Not yet, but he's starting to grow attached to the main character chick, which I'm like, I hope they fuck. Because I'm actually like really hoping that they're so cute together.
Well, you should watch Bakuman and then be excited. I haven't watched the anime since like season 2. I know it got to like season 3. I don't know how far they actually got compared to the manga. Because the manga finally ended.
It ended like 2 years ago.
Yeah, Bakuman?
Bakuman? Like the Digimon?
Sort of. It's made by the creators of Death Note, but it's like a romantic comedy slice of life. So it's got like the same art style and the complexity of it, but it explains the daily lives of manga artists and how they do their craft.
And how like
I've seen this before.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Oh my
and
god.
They had the best ending. They were like such trolls with their ending. I love it.
Yeah.
Wasn't this in Shonen Jump?
Yeah.
For a bit?
I think so.
Oh my god, that brings back
run.
memories of middle school.
So good.
Dude, I remember reading that and thinking it was really funny. I didn't notice that was the same artist for Death Note. I mean, now I'm not surprised.
I was gonna say the main character looks just like I
see that now. But I mean, like,
character is like
when I first saw this, I was like 12.
Oh, you were.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
Bakuman didn't come out 10 years ago, did it?
No,
not even close.
I'm just saying, like, I was a kid. Like,
well, she's also in Canada, so it's like what, 5, 6, 7 years behind.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that their TV is not.
You guys, seriously, you guys get stuff way before we do. So,
but I mean, I saw it online, so that doesn't really.
At least we still have
count.
SpongeBob on Netflix.
Yay!
Woo.
Actually, I really like SpongeBob. I actually watched the movie recently, and I was like, loved it. I haven't seen that since I was like, I don't know.
Power Morphicon was this past weekend.
Yeah, that's a lot of people were at that. I think.
Yeah,
like,
I'm looking
like
at
ridiculous
a lot
amounts of people.
of Power Ranger cosplayers right now.
I'm actually probably looking at maybe making a helmet.
I would love to. Like, one of my goals this year is to make a Power Rangers cosplay. That's one of the that's one of the reasons for my weight loss plan. Fit in the spandex and not like be that guy.
But being that guy is always fun, especially when you're a putty.
But
be a putty. Be a putty. I'll be a putty with you.
I don't want to be a fat putty. Is the thing. I don't want to be like the out of work Power Ranger who's fell on hard times and had to eat fast food all the time.
But yet stays in his suit.
Did you see that Power Rangers versus Sesame Street clip?
Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty good.
Pretty great.
What? Okay.
Somebody made a fan video of the Power Rangers versus the Cookie Monster.
It got pulled off of YouTube.
It did.
What? Why?
Oh, Sesame Power is one of the great superpowers in this country. I'm not surprised.
They kind of... it got really gruesome real quick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Cookie Monster.
Oh.
Tears off heads.
Cookie Monster punched a girl in her stomach all the way through just to pull out the cookies she already ate. That's how much she wanted those cookies.
Dang.
That was stupid.
I thought that was brilliant.
So wrong.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else I've...
But,
I don't know.
hey, Ben, I know that you weren't a fan of Season 1 of RWBY, but have you watched anything of Season 2?
Tell me.
Obviously not.
Okay.
Why?
Watch Episode 1 and Episode 4.
No, just watch all the episodes.
Well,
Just do it.
if he doesn't like the backstory, or he doesn't care about the backstory, could at least watch cool ass fight scenes.
I suppose I could give it a shot.
I'm just saying fight scenes. I don't care if you like the story or not. I know you like awesomely animated fights.
Yes.
Because my home never disappoints on fights.
I definitely have a pulse, so I definitely like fight scenes.
Are you sure you have a pulse?
I don't know. I'm not hopping around or anything like a Chinese vampire, so I should be alright.
What are those called again?
What?
Like
Chinese vampires?
Yeah.
Chinese hopping vampires.
I have no idea.
Crap. They're weird though. I like them, but they're weird.
It's what I think her name's Shenko in Darkstalkers.
Yep, that's what she is for sure. Which is really cute. And like, if anyone
I thought they were a zombie, where they have the little thingy in front of their face.
They're not zombies. They're vampires.
Yeah, they're
But
Chinese
they're like
vampires. Yeah, they're
Actually,
things.
Funny thing, if you guys ever, I guess since you were in the States, maybe you have, I don't know, but Shaman King, you guys remember that show?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember Lee's sister? His name is Lee? No, it's Ren, wasn't it? Yeah, Ren.
Yeah, Ren's sister.
Yeah,
commanded one or something.
Yeah, she did. Who was like the soul, and he was like the dead version of like Bruce Lee.
So Bruce Lee.
Essentially.
The dead version of Bruce Lee. Really? You know he is dead, correct?
I know, but like, I mean, like, I meant undead version, like a zombie, but yeah, same diff, I guess. But like, yeah, like, in the series, he was like, supposed to be like Bruce Lee, but like, he had died mysteriously, which means he got like assassinated, and then they like, shipped his corpse to her, and like, she just got him as like a pet, which is like weird, if I remember correctly.
This is what rich people do.
Yeah, rich people who could command zombie vampire hobby things.
Well, I mean, if you were rich and you could control a zombie vampire, you'd do a lot of things to dead bodies.
Yeah, actually, to be honest, like I actually have like some of the mangas, but they're in French. I don't know why. I do know why. I got them for free from a friend who got them in France.
Yep, that's the whole story behind those.
It's like it's France French, which is like not at all what we were taught. There's actually a difference between like the Canadian French.
It's just like Spanish from Mexico and Spanish from.
Actually,
it's just omelette du fromage over and over again.
Isn't like omelette du fromage that actually does not mean egg omelet? It means something like
it's cheese omelet.
Yeah. I thought
it's something really choose. Or
no,
really
it's
close,
like,
but it wasn't exactly.
It's kind of like if you want to go literally, it's like like omelet of cheese. Essentially, but that's the same diff, really.
Yeah.
But like Quebec French or any French that's here in Canada is it's incredibly old, So, like, if you went to France and you were speaking French, they're so rude about it. Like, they'll call you dirty French or whatever when you say it. So, like, you might as well just speak
French
English.
is calling other people dirty French. Isn't that kind of, like, redundant?
Yeah, it's stupid. So you might as well speak English. But, like, it's just because it's so old that, like, they can't really understand it much of the same way as, like, if you learn, Quebec French, like, and you went to France, you'd be like, what are they saying? Because, like, it's, like, all new, slang and words that just evolve differently than ours, which is interesting. But is that the same thing that's, like, with Spanish from, like, Mexico versus, like, Spanish from Spain?
Kind of. There's just, there's different, they have an extra, like, I'm trying to think of it. They have, like, an extra, what's it called? Breakdown of certain verbs. Like, they have an AS and we don't. Like, it's just an A.
Okay.
It's it's AMOS or something. I don't remember. It's something, I don't know what the term it's called, but they have an extra breakdown of verbs that a regular, like, all American Spanish has that Spain Spanish doesn't.
That's kind of interesting. It's kind of neat seeing, like, that kind of stuff evolve.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just, like, you wouldn't think it would be different, but it really is. Unfortunately, I wouldn't say, like, I'm, like, I have figurehead of French speaking, because I dropped French when I was, like, in grade 10, so.
Okay, so, we're getting back onto language again.
Sorry.
God!
And Amar's not even here.
I know. It's the best time to have it without him now. Trying to think if there's anything big right now, because we talked about PT and Five Nights last week.
Yeah. Speaking of which, cannot even watch Game Grumps play it.
Really?
It's frustrating.
Five Nights at Freddy's?
They're so dumb, I swear to God. I don't know how to play the game.
Well, no one knows how to play the game the first time, especially if you don't watch other people play it first.
Yeah, but, like, they're on, like, a few episodes, and they're still, like, what do I do? Like, oh, just pay attention.
The newest episode, they actually kind of have a rhythm, but they haven't really figured out how the fox works yet.
Oh, really?
Which is kind of funny to me, because
it's like
they kind of get jumped by it, like, a few times in this episode.
I'm also kind of bitter because I still don't get to hear Danny scream.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because of PT, he refused to do Five Nights.
Yeah, no, I'm like 99% sure that's the reason. But, I don't know. Other than that, though, like, I haven't seen anything new horror-wise, so I'm kind of, like, in a stalemate on that one. Yeah. Actually, no, I did hear about one on Tumblr. I can't remember what it was, though. It was, like, the old cat lady or something like that. Apparently it was really good, but I can't remember the name of it right now. I'll have to look for it again. I don't know. I need more horror games in my life, because I like being scared all the time, apparently.
You playing any awesome games, Ben?
Yes.
Elaborate?
Is that it?
All you asked me if I was playing anything, you didn't ask what they were, or...
I'm pretty sure that we were insinuating that, my friends, so...
Thought we were speaking English here.
I don't know, it feels like we do some sort of thing online where we talk about shit that people just listen to, and I don't know, they like to hear stories sometimes.
Oh, like if we were casting a pod-like instrument that had our voices in it, yes, and it was telling stories like a minstrel.
Exactly. Oh. So are you saying you've been playing Shovel Knight?
I've played a lot of games over the last few weeks. Stuff besides Hearthstone, I've played like every single God of War game except for the mobile one in Ascension. So I killed one? Yeah. But apparently it's not even like officially part of the canon, so I don't care. Uh-huh. But yeah, I've killed all the gods, and then I played The Last of Us, and I killed all the dudes and a bunch of fungus people.
I have to avoid Hearthstone like the plague because I know
you're going to spend money on it.
Yeah, and I'm going to get addicted because it is like a lot quicker version of Magic.
Yeah.
And that was one of the reasons why I left Magic, was it just took forever to do anything in it.
Yeah. Hearthstone's really fun.
I saw a game in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah. I've dropped like 150 on it, but I've been playing it almost religiously. 150 for like multiple hours a day
I don't
for
care.
a card game. It's pretty cheap.
Okay.
It's like
That's
it's well worth
to
it.
spend on a mobile. That's so
Well,
bad.
it's not just a mobile game; it's also a PC game. Your account bounces between both.
Yeah,
correct?
like almost instantly. Like I can
So
lock.
they made sure they could keep you.
Yeah,
They
so
got
like
you.
I could play on my PC, bounce off to my iPad. Like the next second, all my stuff is updated, and
Oh my
I can
God.
go back and forth.
I mean, I'm also the type of person who doesn't pay for MMOs in general. I'm just like, if I get to a point where I have to start paying or they ask me for money, I'm just like, I'm out.
Oh yeah, I mean, for Hearthstone, it's completely optional. We were,
Oh yeah,
you know,
completely.
the people,
But if you want to make a good deck,
No, you just have to
Fast.
spend an immense amount of time working on it.
yeah, like it's because you get a bunch of free gold in the game for completing tasks and stuff, so you can pretty much get a pack daily for just an hour of play. And
Yeah.
it's
plus I don't play Magic, so I really don't even know how to start.
Also, Magic to me has gotten a little bit annoying, but
only a little bit.
yeah, only a little bit.
I never even played.
Yeah.
The closest
And
card
now-
game I ever played was Yu-Gi-Oh, and I only played that once. I had the deck though.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh went downhill fast after 5Ds. But anyway, I just started Lollipop Chainsaw Massacre.
That game is fun as dicks.
Yeah,
I hear it's
Lollipop Chainsaw. Okay.
Yeah, Lollipop Chainsaw. That's
Okay.
what it is.
I just started playing that last night, killed Zed, and then went to bed. Like, I'm really digging the tongue and cheekiness of it, and all these like
It's
rainbows that are happening
Suda
when you chop off heads.
Yeah,
It's
pretty...
Suda 51.
Sparkle hunting.
Sparkle hunting.
Greatest thing in the world ever. Sparkle hunting.
Yeah, not like after playing all this God of War and playing a little bit of this, it's essentially like the same game. I'm just imagining Kratos as a cheerleader with a chainsaw and like in a mini
Being,
skirt
like, super
with bulging
adorable.
muscles going around killing dudes.
I would like that.
I was also thinking it'd be really cool for like a sequel or something if Kratos got reincarnated like after he died or whatever. Gets
As the dad.
Yeah, no, he gets reincarnated into like a Hindi religion, and so he has to kill Vishnu and like the thousands of Indian gods out there. That'd
Or
be
we
pretty
just
sweet.
talk about
Is
Azura's
it-
Wrath.
Doesn't the canon in God of War get like weird to the point where they're like, yeah, actually you were the one that killed your family and you're just taking it on the gods for no goddamn reason.
It's sort
no,
Is that
of-
an actual thing?
No.
or-
no,
not
it's
really.
different than that. The gods, Ares specifically made him kill his own family
Yeah.
by misdirection.
And
And
it's like, it's your fault.
yeah, and then Zeus killed him out of fear because when he opened Pandora's box, he infested all the gods with all the evils of the box. And so all the Greek gods became like super corrupted and, went off the rockers a bit. And so all the gods he killed, he actually did for a pretty good reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mostly for his revenge, but it worked out for the rest of us.
He got bonus
went
points
all, He just went all crazy on them.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh god, I was gonna say something. Crap. Oh yeah, I was gonna
That's
bring up
good
like
word.
I'm not sure if you guys ever played this game or heard of it, but if you're interested in like a deity-like game that's full of feels, play Azura's Wrath.
Azura's Wrath is just like pure,
Sad. Sad.
ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
You make
I
me
remember
cry
it was
all
very
the time.
pretty. Like, I played a few hours into it, and then the disc broke or something, so I never finished it.
What? How do
Dude.
you break a disc?
It wasn't exactly
Xbox.
a legal copy.
Okay.
I played it on, like, a Chinese Xbox when I was over there, so,
Oh, okay.
back then, everything was pirated, and it didn't really work out so
Fair
well.
enough.
But,
It's funny because like that game is like, I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but like
I don't even remember things that happened.
that game is just sadness. It's so good, but it's so sad, but it's so cool.
It's
You're so awesome.
It's
and
so
you're-
sad.
It's no, the ending. Like, unfortunately, the stupid thing is, like, I think it's done by Capcom, so it's like
I
cash
think
grab.
I've seen the end, my friend.
Where it's
beat
like
it.
you you guys mind? Like,
I don't care.
spoilers. But, like, you actually have to, like, die to save your daughter that you've been, like, trying to save the entire time. And it's so hard, just heartbreaking
Dude,
and sad.
Can he really die? Because let's be realistic here. He gets impaled with a katana that goes through the fucking moon.
Yeah, but it's not like that, like, type of die. It's like he actually gives up his entire being to save her, to get her back to Earth.
Interesting.
That's loud.
You eating chips
sorry.
or something?
No, I was binding them up so I don't forget to put them away before I go to sleep.
Mm.
Because it's 10 o'clock and I need to get going to bed because I work at 6 tomorrow.
Yep, same here.
I don't work yet, so, I mean, yeah.
Oh, 3Q. I thought you started... Oh, wait, you said September. Never mind.
Yeah.
So anything else that we want to close up on before we go to bed? Besides the fact I'm going to have to figure out an episode title.
I don't know. We started Okami.
I saw that. I watched.
Yeah?
Oh, shit. We should, like, everybody in the podcast should...
All three of us.
All three of us and, like, everybody else, we should all just do a cosplay group sometime of one series at a con. I think it'd be pretty sweet.
Ruby.
I haven't done a group cosplay in a long time.
I know you're not going to go, but we've actually been planning on going to RTX next year and doing Ruby cosplays.
Well, where is RTX?
It's Austin, Texas. It's also a big video game and internet, like, con.
Okay.
Like, Ruby's just one aspect of it.
I can be, like, a background character who has a
You'll
shirt.
probably find one that you'll like.
Yeah, there's so many characters.
They did a fantastic job on adding characters this season.
Okay. I'll give it a shot.
I don't know. I'm so doing Emerald, and she looks just so awesome.
My
It'll
friend
probably be
keeps saying
tan.
that she looks identical to this other person in this one series. I don't remember what it is. There's a series that a character looks just like her, and it's one of those things that sucks. Is because both people like probably designed the character exactly the same time, and someone's like, "Oh, they took that from them," or vice versa. You know?
Oh god, I hate that crap.
It's like people have the same Inception thoughts, okay? Let's be realistic here.
Mm-hmm. Especially considering that it's probably just because she's black, has red eyes, and green hair. Like
it's the hairstyle.
Oh,
like the hairstyle and
because that's a totally invented
shirt.
hairstyle.
The shirt is very specific too. It's
Okay.
weird.
Oh, 4 shows that I'm excited about coming this fall.
This fall.
Gundam in Requisita G. I can't. It's
Reconquista. Yeah, that one.
It's
looks good.
Gundam series, full length series with character animations by Bones. So like it looks like Eureka guys. Eureka 7 has Gundams. That show really excited for. The other Gundam show is Gundam
Unicorn?
Gunpla Builder Fighter or something like
What
that.
is with Gunpla? Because I have a friend, she's like utterly obsessed with it.
Oh my god, it's like every Gundam fan's wet dream.
What is it?
It the first season that came out, it's basically a promotion anime about their Gunpla models or Gundam
is that
figure
one?
models.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what they do with it is amazing. They have
angelic layer.
something like that, yeah, where you put your Gundams in this machine, they come to life, and you can pilot them and you battle them. The thing is, you can use any Gundam and customize any Gundam from any series. So you got your Gundam Wing fighting against like a Zaku, fighting against Unicorn, like, and you can, a lot of these people, they customize the Gundam, so you see like this crazy ass wing Gundam with like one wing as a Italian fencer riding around on a unicycle motorcycle and firing shoulder lasers at stuff. And then you see like, just all these crazy customized things and a lot of G Gundam references, which I really love. They had so many G Gundam references, and it blew my mind. It has like the production value of the show is so high that every episode looks amazing. Like there was no effort wasted in making this show look really good. And it's like it's World Tournament kind of based, So you have different countries sending representatives to fight with these Gundam models. And the second season is coming out this fall, set 7 years later, and I'm really excited for that. And also Arrow and Flash TV shows. I'm freaking pumped for those.
Have you seen the leaked pilot?
No, I've seen the 5-minute teaser. I haven't seen the pilot yet.
Okay. I'll talk to you after.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll close up. Thanks for everyone for listening. This was our 21st episode, so now we're legal to drink.
Woo!
Who are you? We were legal to
if you-
drink in Canada a while ago.
Well, no one cares.
Oh, Canada booze, like maple syrup and water and stuff.
But
I don't know what Canadians drink.
so if
Whiskey?
you guys got
Like a lot of Canadian whiskey? Bourbon?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
I already finished all over my computer.
Okay. 2 towels?
I'm just
But
gonna let
if
it
you-
soak in.
If you have any questions for us, we wouldn't mind answering them. We have a Tumblr, or you can email us at cosplaybenefits@gmail.com. If you guys have any intros, you can send it there too. But overall, thanks for listening, and stay classy.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah.